Good morning, Orlando. 8:13 on our Friday morning get-together. There were a few motions in the United States House of Representatives this week. They failed to kick out lying George Santos. I feel it's probably because he was the first man on the moon or something. Anyway, they also failed to censure Rashida Tlaib. Joining us to talk about this is political analyst and commentator David McGarry. Good morning, David. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm good. How on earth could they fail to censure Rashida Tlaib?
Well, this points to the fact that what we really need in our politicians and in our lawmakers is just basic competence. A lot of the Republicans who voted against the 20-some-odd Republicans who voted against this censure motion largely did so because the motion included a lot of questionable and dubious factual assertions. For example, it said that Tlaib had engaged in insurrection, which, as bad as her conduct has been since October 7th, I think everyone knows that she hasn't actually done that. So if there was a better motion, they would have had a much higher probability of actually getting this passed.
So they couldn't just amend the motion to clean up the language?
Yeah, no. That's a good question. So they would have had to put forward a new motion. Obviously, this was spearheaded by Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I don't think is known for her let's say precision and dedication to accuracy. And I think the House at this point is very focused on getting into the business of legislation and appropriations after its weeks-long kerfuffle over who was going to succeed McCarthy as Speaker.
It just seems remarkable that here is someone that is clearly pro-Hamas. And they're a terrorist organization, and it would be such a correct thing to do, and it doesn't even mean very much. It's just, it's a slap on the wrist, and it's not even much of a slap on the wrist either. It's like, that's a bad thing to do, Rashida. That's about the end of it. And they couldn't get it done. It's just so remarkable to us out here in cheap seats, David. It really is. They're not going to try again. This is now done, right?
For the moment, I would point out that these dueling censure motions are a reoccurring phenomenon. As you pointed out, as soon as the Republicans draw one up against a member of the squad, the Democrats immediately have one ready to go against. In this case, it was Marjorie Taylor Greene. And once it became clear that the Republicans' motion wasn't going through, the Democrats withdrew theirs. So I think a lot of this reflects the internal dynamics and dysfunction of the House rather than any serious attempts at getting something done.
Well, you're a young man, David, but this sounds like fourth grade.
Yeah, well, I mean, as I said, Congress has a series of massive tasks before it right now, and it has, in this case, failed to quickly, easily, and competently just get through a very simple and ultimately not terribly significant censorship motion. So here we are.
All right. Well, David McGarry, thank you very much. We appreciate you getting up and joining us this morning. You take care. Have yourself a great rest of the day and a fabulous weekend, my friend.
Cheers. Thanks for having me on.